20 for cool scientific facts to tell your kids before bedtime. 1. Aluminum used to be a precious metal. The top point of the Washington Monument is made of pure aluminum. At the time of construction, it was worth more than gold. 2. Orcas are natural predators of moose in the wild. Moose often dive for food and killer whales snatch them. 3. Otters have skin pockets for their favorite rocks. They pick up pebbles and carry them around like souvenirs. 4. The name for the Arctic comes from the Greek word for bear, Arctos. It was named after one of the constellations, Ursa Major or Ursa Minor. The Arctic has bears, while the Antarctic doesn't. 5. In 1966, the Soviets detonated a nuke to put out a fire. The fire at the Erdőbulak gas well had been raging for 3 years. 6. Cashews come from a fruit called the cashew apple. They grow in clumps on the outside of the fruit. 7. The name Häagen-Dazs doesn't mean anything. The ice cream company founder wanted something vaguely Danish sounding. There is no letter A in Danish. 8. Pluto was discovered in 1930 and demoted from planethood in 2006. In all this time, it still hadn't made one complete revolution around the sun. Pluto's orbit is 248 years. 9. The color orange was named after the fruit. Before that, it was considered a shade of red. That's why we still say red hare or red fox. 10. It's illegal to own one guinea pig in Switzerland. They get lonely, so they always have to be kept in pairs. You can rent one if you need it. 11. Some parts of Seattle were elevated to stories off the ground. The Seattle Underground is the disused part that's now under the city. It's full of old streets and buildings. 12. A year on Venus is shorter than a day. One rotation on its axis equals 243 Earth days. The planet's orbit around the Sun takes 225 Earth days. 13. Horses are more closely related to rhinos than to deer. They both belong to the order Perissodactyla. 14. Disney World is the largest consumer of fireworks in the world. It is second only to the US military in purchasing explosive devices. 15. The North Pole has one sunrise each year. It happens on the spring equinox around March 21st. For the next 6 months, the sun is always visible in the sky. 16. If you drove straight up, you would arrive in space in just over an hour. The boundary of the Earth's atmosphere is known as the Kármán line. It's only 60 miles away from the surface. 17. Astronauts' footprints are still on the moon. There is no wind, water, or other forms of weather to erode them. There's even a law that protects them. 18. Cows can walk upstairs, but not down. 19. Snails have thousands of teeth. Depending on the species, snails can have up to 14,000 teeth. 20. An average cumulus cloud weighs 1.1 million pounds. That's more than a herd of adult elephants. The weight of the clouds is determined by their water density. 21. It rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. 22. Humans glow in the dark, emitting visible light. However, it's 1,000 times weaker than our eyes are able to pick up. 23. Pufferfish inflate by sucking in water, not air. 24. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the galaxy. There are 3.04 trillion trees on our planet. There are only around 1 billion stars in the Milky Way.